So we are doing retirement only. So take the important questions, retirement, that PDF, important question in retirement PDF. Open it. So take page number 17, 17. Important questions in retirement, that PDF. You have to take page number 17. Adjustment of capital in retirement. Taken.
Which PDF, ma'am?
Like 2 PDF, you can just check. There are 2 PDF in retirement, right? One is normal, another one will be that important questions in retirement. It will be like that only.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, that PDF you open, page number 17, 17.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. Now, adjustment of capital is also a very important concept in admission and retirement. Okay. So it comes in exam. If it comes, you have to do some, like maximum chances are there it will come. If it comes, you have to do. Otherwise, like normal, you can do the question. Now, balance sheet of X, Y and Z who shared profit in ratio of 5:3:2 as on 31st March 2022. So there are three partners X, Y, Z. They are sharing profit in 5:3:2. This is their old profit sharing ratio and their balance sheet is given. They are asking you to prepare revaluation account, partners capital account and balance sheet of new firm. So prepare the format first, be ready with the format, like you have to prepare revaluation account, then partners capital account, then balance sheet of the new firm. So all the format you just start preparing the format. Now always whenever you are seeing this full-fledged questions, you have to see first the liability side and asset side what you have to distribute. Okay, if you see in the liability side any distributable items are there, you have to see, for example, any general reserve, any PL balance, credit balance, or like any workman's compensation reserve, then you have to see the adjustment about the claim and all. After claim, if anything is left, you have to distribute among the partners in old ratio. Okay, and employees provident fund is never a distributable item. You can't distribute employees provident fund among partners. Why? Because it is not employees share. This is sorry, I mean to say it is not partners share. It is employees money. The firm needs to pay to the employee. So don't get confused by seeing that fund. Employees provident fund is always a liability for the business. That money is should be given to the employees working in the company or business, whatever. Partners cannot take that money. So now if you see, so sundry creditors, employees provident fund, workmen compensation reserve, but you have to see whether there is any claim. If there is no claim, then entire workmen compensation reserve you can distribute among the partners, but we have to read the adjustment for that. So come asset side, bank, in bracket it is written minimum balance 15,000, debtors 97,500, stock 82,500, fixed assets 1,87,500. These are the amounts given. Now, if any page is not clear, the amounts are not clear, kindly let me know. I will tell. Okay, you can note it down if anything is not clear. Okay, Pavitra?
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Yeah. Why retired on 1st April 2022? So, why he retired from the firm? He left the firm. And it was agreed that goodwill of the firm agreed and valued at rupees 1,12,500. So, they have given entire goodwill of the firm. How much? 1,12,500. And Y's share of it be adjusted into the accounts of X and Z, who are going to share future profit in ratio 3:2. Now, what is the meaning of this first adjustment? See, goodwill of the firm is given 1,12,500. We know that the partner who is retiring will get his share of goodwill from the gaining partners. Gaining means remaining partners who will take his share of profit in future. Now, what is the rule? Suppose new profit sharing ratio is not given in question. Then the question becomes very easy. How you will calculate gaining ratio? Very easy. First, you will see which partner is retiring. You will hide his share. For example, Y is retiring here. So, you can just hide the share of Y3. Then 5:2 will be the new ratio for X and Z. 5:2 is the gaining ratio. But all these will take place only if new ratio is not given in question. But here new ratio is given 3:2. This is the new ratio. After Y's retirement, X and Z, they will share in future their profit or loss in 3:2. So whenever new ratio is given in retirement, again you have to apply the formula for calculating gaining ratio. So start doing the working notes. In working notes, you have to write calculation of gaining ratio. And you know the formula. Write the formula always. Gaining ratio equals to new ratio minus old ratio. You have to write all these things in working notes. Then you have to calculate the gaining ratio. So first, how you will do? Just who? This X. Okay. So first you have to calculate how much X is gaining. So X gain equals to, what is his new ratio? 3/5 minus what is his old ratio? 5/10. Just take the LCM 10, then 6 minus 1, solve it. 1/10. So X, he is the remaining partner, or you can call him continuing partner. He will continue the business in future. He is gaining. So from retiring partner, X is gaining how much? 1/10. What about Z? His new ratio 2/5 minus old 2/10. Just 5 and 10 take the LCM and do. You will get, you know the LCM and all, right, Pavitra? That are the basic maths. You don't have any problem in that, na?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So 4 minus 2/10, 2/10. This is the gaining. So X, Z, both these remaining partners, they are gaining. Even if one partner is not gaining, now you cannot calculate gaining ratio. Again, you can write it down as important note. Suppose only one partner is gaining out of two and others are just sacrificing, then it is not possible to calculate gaining ratio. In that, there is different treatment, different journal entry for this goodwill. But here, since both the remaining partners are gaining, so you can calculate gaining ratio, which is 1:2. And total goodwill of the firm is given how much? 1,12,500 is given. Now you have to calculate goodwill share of the retiring partner. Y is the retiring partner. Now you have to calculate how much Y will get his share of goodwill. So again write calculation of Y's share of goodwill. in working notes, then calculate it. What will be Y's share of goodwill? 1,12,500 multiplied by his share, Y's share 3 by 10. So when you solve, you will get Y's share of goodwill 33,750. Till here, any doubt, Pavitra?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Now what you are going to do? Now you are going to distribute Y's share of goodwill in gaining ratio. So what will be the journal entry in our retirement for distributing the goodwill or for giving the goodwill to the retiring partner? Gaining partner's capital account debit to retiring partner. This will be the journal entry. So who are gaining partners here? X capital account debit, Z's capital account debit. These two partners, they are gaining. So what is the journal entry? Gaining partners account debit. We have debited X capital account, Z capital account. Now you have to credit retiring partner. Who is retiring? Y. To Y's capital account. Why we are crediting Y's capital account? Because Y will get his share of goodwill. When he gets his share of goodwill, his capital will increase. That is the reason you are crediting Y's capital. Now why you are debiting remaining partners capital account? Because X and Z, they will give this 33,750 to Y in gaining ratio. And whenever any partner gives anything to the firm, their capital account should always be debited. Whenever any partner gets anything from the firm, their capital account is credited. That is the reason we are debiting X and Y and crediting, X and Z we are debiting and we are crediting Y. So this 33,750 Y will get in gaining ratio 1:2. So X will give 33,750 multiplied by 1/3. Just do the calculation and see, because many times I do the calculation mistake dear. So just kindly check whether it's right or wrong. Okay. If it's wrong, you can say it's wrong so that I can also correct it. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So 33,750 multiplied by 1/3. You will get 11,250. X will give 11,250 to Y. What about Z? 33,750 multiplied by 2/3. So Z will pay to Y 22,500. So goodwill we did. Now the next. These are all you have to show in working notes, proper working notes. Now next, fixed assets be appreciated by 20%. Appreciated means there is increase in the value of fixed assets. Now see in the balance sheet, fixed assets 1,87,500. You have to calculate 20% of 1,87,500. Then what amount you will get? 37,500. So there is increase in the value of fixed assets. Income for the business you have to show in the credit side of revaluation account. By fixed assets, assets are increasing by how much? 37,500. Then what the other adjustment? Stock be reduced to rupees 75,000. Again there is very important concept about TO2 and BY buy. Both are different. See, try to understand and if possible write it down. Whenever TO2 is given, like here, stock be reduced to rupees 75,000, TO2 is used. So now the value of stock is 75,000. Whenever 2 is given, it means now the value of the stock or whatever they are talking, value of any asset they are giving. So now it is 75,000. You have to calculate by how much it is depreciated. So you have to see the value. Stock shown in our balance sheet is 82,500. Now they are saying stock be reduced to means now the value has become 75,000. So stock has been depreciated. So that depreciated value you have to calculate whenever TO2 is given. Now to stock, you have to write in the debit side of revaluation account, it's a loss. So 7,500. stock is reduced by 7500. Suppose instead of TO2, the question says stock be reduced by 75,000 means the depreciation value is given. 75,000 is the amount of depreciation. Directly you can write in the revaluation account 75,000 to stock. Are you understanding, Pavitra, the difference between TO2 and BY by?
Yes, ma'am.
Kindly write it down. You know before this differences and all?
No, ma'am.
Okay, that's why I'm telling, because I don't know what you people know, what you are learning, that's why. So kindly write it down. It's very important because students, they get confused and do the mistake. So this TO2 BY by is very important. So kindly write it down. Whenever BY by is given means already appreciated or depreciated value is given in your adjustment. You can write in revaluation account. But whenever this TO2 is given means the present value is given. So you have to calculate whether the assets are appreciated or depreciated and write in revaluation account. This is very big difference. So you write it down in your own words so that you understand. Here we came to know that 75,000 is the present value of stock, but already the stock value is 82,500. So stock is reduced by how much? 7,500. So you have to write in the debit side of revaluation account to stock 7,500. Now the fourth adjustment. Y is the retiring partner. B, paid amount brought in by X and Z. Very important capital adjustment in retirement. So try to understand. Y is the retiring partner and the question says he should be paid by the amount X and Z. Who are X and Z? The remaining partner, you can call them, or you can call them continuing partner. They are going to continue the business after Y's retirement in future. So the amount brought by the remaining partner should be in such a way that they should be sufficient to pay to Y. Like you are going to settle Y, when you are preparing partner's capital account, you have to see how much the firm needs to make payment to Y, and that amount should be brought by X and Y. This is only capital adjustment in such a way that it is they are able to make the payment so as to make their capital proportionate to their new profit sharing ratio. So this is capital. You have to understand whether the question is capital adjustment or not. It is not necessary every question will be capital adjustment. You have to understand the language. Sometime capital adjustment will be there. Sometime capital adjustment may not be there. So by reading the lines, by practicing different variety of sums, you will come to know. Like this is capital adjustment. How you came to know? Like in this way, if anything is written, Y is the retiring partner, B paid amount brought in by X and Y so as to make their capital proportionate to their new profit sharing ratio. Now I will teach you how to do this, how to do the capital adjustment. First you have to understand whether capital adjustment is there or not in the question. Then you can do it by understanding it. Now first we will close the revaluation account because nothing else, we have transferred everything. So just make sum total. In the credit side it will be 37,500. Write it down in the total amount column and just put double underline to close the account. In the debit side also 37,500. Now there is profit on revaluation. 37,500 minus 7,500. So 30,000 is the profit on revaluation account. All the three old partner, they will enjoy X, Y, Z. They will get old profit sharing ratio already given in question 5:3:2. So you have to distribute this 30,000 multiplied by 5/10. X will get 30,000 multiplied by 3/10. Y will get 30,000 multiplied by 2/10. Z will get. In this way 15,000 X will get, 9,000 Y will get, Z will get 6,000. Till here any doubt, Pavitra?
No, ma'am.
Okay, Pavitra, you tell me till which chapter each and every question you have finished from Goyal or whatever book you are following. I think you are following Goyal in your school, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So, till which chapter each and every question you have practiced, like in partnership?
First chapter fundamentals, I have done all the questions.
Okay,
Then second chapter also I have done all the questions.
okay,
Third chapter admission I have done half.
okay,
Some are remaining. I'm doing that.
okay, fine. And in your school, each and every question they are teaching, or few and rest they are leaving up to you?
No, few they teach questions which are of different types. There's similar ones they give us for homework.
Okay, fine, fine. So you are able to solve everything. You don't have any doubt in the past chapters which you did, right? So far,
No,
whatever you
ma'am.
did yourself, you don't have any doubt, right?
No, ma'am.
Oh, fine, dear, fine. That's what I just want to ask. Fine. Okay. So now revaluation account is completed, and partners capital account, always as usual first you have to write by balance BD. Always first, I have written in the last, but you have to write first only. By balance BD will always come first. So partners capital account, debit, credit, particulars, debit and credit both the side, amount column you have to divide into three parts. Three partners, three parts, XYZ. Now by balance BD, you can check the balance sheet, whatever amounts are given, like X capital 1,65,000, write it down. Y's capital 84,000, write it down. Z's capital 66,000. So write the capital given in balance sheet. And always remember, these are the capitals they are having. Okay. Now after this, what you have to do, these are the existing capital, means at present they are having these capitals in business, but this is capital adjustment, so now their capital will change. And what is the new capital and how to change, that is only we are going to learn. That is only capital adjustment. After that, the revaluation profit all the three partners will get. So you can write in the credit side of partners capital account by revaluation account. X will get 15,000, Y will get 9,000, Z will get 6,000. Then C, WCR, that is workmen compensation reserve, or you can call them as fund. There is no adjustment regarding that. Question doesn't tell how much claim is there. So just distribute among the partners. Okay, when there is no claim, you have to distribute entire amount among the old partners, old ratio. So this 22,500 XYZ all will get in there 5:3:2 old ratio. So you have to do the distribution. Don't write WC and all, kindly write the full form. By workmen's compensation reserve. So X will get, if you do the calculation, 11,250. You have to distribute in old ratio given in question, 5:3:2. Then Y will get 6,750. Then Z will get 4,500. These are the amounts the partners will get. Till here you wrote, Pavitra, everything?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. After that, what you have to do, see, now we are going to calculate the and about the goodwill. The retiring partner, he is going to get his share of goodwill. So how to pass the journal, already you have passed the journal entry. So how to transfer in partners capital account, you have to write in the credit side of partners capital account by X capital, because from X how much he will get, Y, he will get 11,250 his share of goodwill. Then you have to write by Z's capital, again Z will pay to Y 22,500. This is the share of goodwill Y will get from X and Z. In the same way, you have to come in the debit side of partners capital account. Now simultaneously, now what will happen? you have to reduce the amount from X and Z, because X and Z, they are paying to Y, so their capital account will get decreased. So you have to write to whom they are paying, why their capital accounts are decreasing, they are making payment to Y. So you have to write to Y's capital account. Then X will pay 11,250, subtract from X. Then Z will pay 22,500, subtract from Z. Both these amounts, Y is making payment. No, I mean to say X and Z, they are making payment from their capital account to Y. Yes, understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Now what you are going to do after this, you have to see how much Y will get from business. Like how much business needs to make the payment. First we will do Y. So when you do, just do the total of Y. Like first see the credit side. 11,250, 22,500. These amounts he will get from X and Z, his share of goodwill. Then revaluation amount 9,000, he will get profit. Workman compensation reserve, Y will get 6,750. Then already he is having his capital balance 84,000. Add all these together in rough work. How much you are getting, just check. I have not done, you have to do yourself. Do in the rough, write all the amounts properly, add. Then you have to check whether anything is there to subtract. Come back to debit side of partner's capital account Y. Nothing to subtract. So everything who will get, Y will get. So his total is 1,33,500. Now you can write to bank account. You have to write to bank account. Why? Because the question is telling that whatever Y will get from business, that amount should be brought by X and Z, and then it should be adjusted in capital, the new profit sharing ratio and all of X and Z. So it means Y is getting payment from business. X and Z will bring this amount 1,33,500. So you can directly write to bank account in Y's amount column 1,33,500. Suppose question is silent about the payment of retiring partner. Question doesn't tell you whether to make the payment or not to make the payment. Question is simply silent. In that case, what you have to do, kindly write it down. If question is silent about making payment to retiring partner, then always retiring partner's amount which the retiring partner should get will be transferred to his loan account. So instead of to bank account, you have to write to Y's loan account. Always, if question doesn't tell you anything about the payment of retiring partner, you have here the retiring partner is Y, so you will write to Y's loan account. All the amount will be transferred to loan account, and slowly the business will make payment to the retiring partner as per the agreed terms and conditions. It is clear, Pavitra?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So you just write it down, these small things what I am saying as important note. Okay. Now we did everything. Now we are moving to our capital adjustment, which is very important. See, very easy. In this there are two to three types of capital adjustment and retirement. Among them, this is the one type. So how to do it? First, always in this type of capital adjustment, you have to read the question and understand which type of capital adjustment. Like in this how you will understand, they are clearly telling, the question tells you that the retiring partner, whatever amount retiring partner will get, the remaining partner should bring and pay them, and then their capital, there means the remaining partner's capital, should be in new ratio. That's all. So you have to understand the language and solve it. So in this type of capital adjustments, first simply you have to first write amount payable to Y. Y means the retiring partner. In our question we calculated everything. It is 1,33,500. After that, you have to write total capital of the firm after Y's retirement. We are going to do the calculations. So total capital of the firm means after Y's retirement, we are talking about the new firm's capital. Once Y retires, he leaves the firm, then what will be the total capital of the new firm that we are talking about? So for that, what you have to do, first simply you have to calculate X and Z. Who are X and Z? Remaining partners. So their balance CD you have to calculate very normal way. Like if I am asking you to just close the capital accounts, how you will do? Just very simple. X credit side you will make sum total. If any debit item to be deducted, you will subtract whatever balance come, that is to balance CD. Balance CD means the capital balances, existing capital balances. In the same way, Z also, if I am telling you close the capital account, what you will do? You will just add the credit side of Z capital account. You will subtract if any in the debit side. Then whatever amount you are getting, that is balance CD. Carried down. That is the existing capital we call. You can call them as adjusted existing capital. Adjusted existing capital means all the adjustment we did, like revaluation profit we gave, workman compensation reserve we gave, then the retiring partner share of goodwill also we gave. So these are the adjustments. We already did all the adjustments. After doing the adjustment, the existing capitals of the remaining partner, that is X and Z, are how much? If you do, just do the sum total, you will get how much you are going to get. 2,20,500 for how? I think X, and for this Z 1,47,000. Are you getting this much? You will not get this much.
Yes, ma'am.
You are not getting this much?
No, ma'am, it's clear.
No, dear, I am not telling that. I am telling you that have you done this total credit side of X, that is 15,000 plus 11,250 plus 16,500 plus 40,500. First add all these things in the rough column. I am talking about X. X is the remaining partner. He will continue the business. So do the calculation first. You add all these. Then you have to subtract 11,250 from X. You have to subtract because in the debit side it is there, na? This 11,250 X has given to Y his share of goodwill. So you have to subtract 11,250. When you do that, you will get 1,80,000. Just do it and see whether you are getting or not. 15,000 plus 11,250 plus 16,500 plus 40,500. After adding all these, subtract 11,250. We are talking about X capital account. First do it and check. You will get 1,80,000.
Yes, ma'am. 1,80,000.
You are getting. That's what I am telling. You will not get this amount. See. So what we call this 1,80,000, this is known as existing capital balance of X. At present in business, X is having 1,80,000. This is adjusted capital. We did all the adjustment and we got this. In the same way, do for Z also. He is also the remaining partner. Just see Z credit side, how much it is? 6,000 plus 4,500 plus 66,000 plus how much? That's all, I think, right? That's all. So 6,000 plus 4,500 plus 66,000. That's all. By cash, don't do anything. These are the balancing figures. See, by cash is a balancing figure. So don't write by cash whatever amount is coming. Till here only you have to write 66,000, 4,500, 6,000. In that you have to subtract 22,500. Do it and see whether you are getting 54,000 or not. Don't take this by cash.
Ma'am, I didn't get it. Could you repeat?
Okay. See, you just do the addition. I am telling you 6,000 plus 4,500 plus 66,000. That's all. Just add all these together. Then you have to subtract 22,500 and see how much you are getting.
Ma'am, I got 54,000.
You got, very good, very good. Now see, this is the existing capital of Z. What I said, that by cash is given in the credit side of X and Z, that you don't take. Why? Because this is the balancing figure. Okay, by cash is given na 40,500 in X and in Z 93,000. That's what I am telling. You should not take this. You will get after only, after doing the capital adjustment only you will get. Okay, so don't take this amount, simply do. So when you do that simple thing, you will get existing capital of X 1,80,000, existing capital balance of Z 54,000. Like simply you will do partners capital account. In that way only you are doing, and you are getting these balances as balance CD. You should not write this in the balance CD of partners capital account, because it is capital adjustment. So the new capital you have to write here. How to calculate? For that only we are doing this many things. Now see, we know how much amount the firm needs to pay to Y, that is 1,33,500. We know existing capital of X and Z, the remaining partners 1,80,000 and 54. So now what you have to do, you have to add all these together. What is the meaning of add all these together? See, in order to calculate total capital of the new firm, kindly write it down in working notes. Have you written existing capital balance of X, existing capital balance of Z?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, now write it down. Total capital of the new firm. In this way, first write total capital of the new firm. How to calculate total capital? See, you have to take amount payable to Y, 1,33,500. Write it down. Amount payable to Y, 1,33,500. Then existing capital of X, 1,80,000. Then existing capital of Z, 54,000. All these three add together. All these three you have to add. Simply add 1,33,500, 1,80,000, 54,000. Simple addition you have to do. So total capital of the new firm. In new firm X and Z, two partners will be there because Y retired. So total capital of the new firm, you can write it down, 3,67,500. Till here it is clear, Pavitra, how we are getting 3,67,500 new capital. Yes, Pavitra? Can you hear me, dear? Pavitra, am I audible to you?
Yes, ma'am, I had some network issue.
Okay, that's what. So you are understanding how we are doing the total capital of the new firm in capital adjustment in this case.
Yes, ma'am.
So very easy, dear. Just simply you now the question is not ended, but till here I am repeating. Very easy. In this type of capital adjustment, you have to just simply prepare partner's capital account. See how much the retiring partner needs to get. Simply write to bank account and write the amount. Then in rough work, you have to calculate balance CD of this remaining partner X and Z. See in rough work, not in fair, because in fair you are going to write the new capital balances, so you have to write in rough. And when you do, you have to add all the existing capital of the remaining partners plus the amount payable to the retiring partner. When you add all these three, so you will get the total capital of the new firm. This is known as total capital of the new firm in this capital adjustment case. After that, new ratio is given in your question 3:2. You have to distribute this 3,67,500 in new share, new profit sharing ratio. So now X new capital in new ratio will be C 3,67,500 multiplied by 3 by 5. When you do the calculation, X new capital will be 2 lakh. How much? 2,20,500. Just do the calculation and see whether you are getting or not. In the same way, Z's new capital in the new firm will be total capital of the new firm how much? 3,67,500 multiplied by 2 by 5. You will get 1,47,000. Till here any doubt, Pavitra, how we are getting these things you are understanding?
Yes, ma'am.
Very,
Got it.
yeah, very important, dear. So try to understand, practice. Okay. Now we got the new capital. We know the existing capital. After knowing the new capital, after knowing the existing capital, now the main thing comes. Now you have to do the adjustment. Adjustment means very easy. See, once these things are done, it becomes very easy. Now what you understand, now the remaining partners who will continue the business in future after Y's retirement has existing capital, like X is having existing capital 1,80,000. In business, X is having 1,80,000 capital, but how much he should have? X should have, that is new capital, X should have 2,20,500, but he is having 1,80,000, so he will bring additional capital from home. How much? 2,20,500 minus 1,80,000. So how much additional capital X should bring from his home? That is 40,500. That is only we wrote by cash in the credit side. That is the balancing figure, because if this capital adjustment is not there, then simply to balance carried down, you would have written this 1,80,000, 54,000, all these question will get end. But since capital adjustment is there and they are saying that new capital should be calculated, so we have calculated the new capital and we wrote balance carried down that new capital. So now the balancing figure will be by cash or to cash. So here by cash, because 1,80,000 X is having, but X should have 2,20,500. So he needs to bring more 40,500 additional capital. You know the entry for additional capital. What? Cash account debit to X capital account. If X is bringing additional capital into the business, that is the reason in the credit side what you are writing? By cash 40,500. Now again there is important concept in this particular question. They are not saying the capital, whatever the capitals are adjusted, it should be through cash or current account. If the question is silent, again question is not telling the capital should be adjusted through cash or cash or current account, then always you have to adjust by cash or to cash, like we are doing in this question. But in few questions you will find after capital adjustment, they will write clearly the adjustment should be done through current account. Then in that case, you have to write by current account or to current account. Whichever side the balancing figure is coming, you have to write by current or to current. Are you understanding, Pavitra?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So here, as I told you, question is silent, so we are using by cash. Otherwise, if the question tells then only current account you should use. Everything depends on question. If the question doesn't tell you anything, if the question is silent, you have to use cash as balancing figure. All these things, kindly write it down in your own words as important points. Okay, fine. So this. Now what about Z? Z is having existing capital how much? 54,000 in business. How much he should have? He should have 1,47,000. He is having only 54,000. Again, Z will bring from his home as additional capital cash. How much he will bring? 1,47,000 minus 54,000. He will bring 93,000. So again in the credit side you have to write by cash account 93,000 in Z's capital account. Okay, in this way you have to do the sum, and in totaling you just do the total and write it down how much you are getting, debit, credit, all these. This is your part, you have to do it. Till here any doubt you are having, Pavitra?
No, ma'am, everything is clear.
Yeah. Now see a magic. If you see, if you add this 40,500 which will be brought by X, and if you add Z, he will bring 93,000, you will get 1,33,500. And the question is telling that only, na, X and Z should bring from their home and make the payment to Y 1,33,500. This is only capital adjustment. Now as per the question, you can just check 40,500 plus 93,000. These are the cash brought by X and Z. If you add together, you will get 1,33,500, and their capital is also distributed in new ratio. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So this, in this way, partners capital account is finished. Just do the totaling part. You have to do it and finish. Don't leave empty. I have left for you people only. So you have to do the calculations and write it down properly. Now come to balance sheet. New firm's balance sheet. This balance sheet is new firm's balance sheet. Liability, assets, and you have to write everything. Okay. Rupees, as on, that all the basic 11th you must have learnt. As on, what is the date given? 31st March 2022. And balance sheet of X, Y, Z, everything you have to write. Each and everything carries marks. Don't leave anything. I am leaving because I think you are grown up and you people know these basic things. That is why I did write. You don't leave that madam is not writing, we will also not write. Okay, don't do like that. So balance sheet you have to write as at 31st March 2022, whatever given in question. Name is also given. Whose balance sheet? XYZ. So balance sheet of XYZ as on 31st March 2022. Write liability amount properly. Do each and everything proper way. You should not give a chance to your teacher who is correcting your paper to cut your marks. In that way, the presentation should be proper working notes, proper format, all full forms, neat and clean, everything. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Now in the liability side, you are going to write capital accounts. And always remember, now we are going to write the new capital, not the old one. So new capital is X will have 2,20,500. Z will have 1,47,500. The new capital of the new firm. That only you have to write. Then you have to see the liability side of the balance sheet. Sundry creditors, there is no adjustment. If there is any increase or decrease, you have to first do the adjustment, then write in the outer column. There is nothing, write as it is. 39,007, what is that? 39,750. I have written what I have written, yes, but comma I have mistaken. 39,750, write it down. Employees provident fund, again it's a liability, right? 5,250, no change in that. but workmen's compensation reserve will not come. We have distributed among partners. Capital accounts we wrote. So liability side there is nothing to write. What about asset side? That okay, bank we will do afterwards. Debtors there is no change, 97,500. So write as it is. Then what about stock? There is a change. The value of the stock has become 75,000, right? Then fixed assets also depreciated. So now the value of the fixed assets after depreciation 22,500. Now the bank balance. See, bank balance will be the same 15,000 because whatever cash brought by X and Z, it is given to Y. So no cash with the firm. Whatever X and Y brought as their additional capital, their capital also increased and that amount already paid to Y. So there is no cash in our business. So cash balance, the minimum will be 15,000, right, as it is. When you do the calculations like totaling part, close by double underline, you will get 4,12,500. You can just check whether you are getting or not. So 4,12,500 both the sides you will get.
Yes, ma'am.
You are getting now. You check because sometime I do mistakes in calculations. Okay, so it's always better to do it.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am, I got it.
Yeah, that's why I'm telling you. Don't trust me blindly. Blindly, I mean. Sometime I do the mistakes. So you always check whether it is correct, wrong, or whatever. If wrong, let me know also. Okay, Pavitra. So that's all for today. You are happy with ma'am's teaching? You have some feedback to tell about my teaching? Any drawbacks, anything?
No, ma'am. As such, I don't have anything to say.
Okay, when you are happy means you are understanding everything, you are satisfied, na? You are understanding the concept, everything. My teaching is helpful to you, na?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, when you are able to solve the questions and all, it's helpful for you, na?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, dear. That's all for today, okay? Thanks.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah,
Thank
bye.
you, ma'am. Good night.
Thank you, dear. Good night. Bye.